And President Akufo-Addo can say on review. Abina nso be can say on also on review. To say no. Abina ye review na say ye review. Innocent Akwaba. What shall I say on laptop and what shall I say office in high school?
Maybe sending you now cry at the same thing. Captain, the camera mention what you for. I'm says I the way a man I the educational system media gra or Otincha as a film. Because over the years, no me kasa sa educational system na da ho na conversation or ha na ye Canada. Why first we betimi bridge the disconnect between academia and the job market. Because why wouldn't him say school for from university va or more he absorb more into the job market na be a problem because most of the corporation if we say maybe what they require that betimi more active play critical role in the job market and sign him the new ho. Until over the years, you know, and kokra form we due for retirement cry it may absorb more contract. And they are working at the expense. Anytime you ever say a man or be contractor or working you should know say he's working at the expense of a new person who is supposed to come into the system. So that is the kind of concerns I hear about the educational system. But that conversation, you know, we are being forced to put it aside, and we are talking about issues about textbooks, issues about accommodation, issues about feeding. I think here is of a grave concern. Especially when we know say it is the future of people I primary almost say the future leaders of this particular country future and a toy in this particular manner. So we had this free SHS policy can't once me no normal election program is what Obiani how bastardize the free SHS policy because it's a dreamer your constitutional framework saw say o mind be betimi akonanim tumpon education play quite a crucial role enti say o mind ye duru ba bi na say ye betumi ama education aye free we hwe ho because eno na betimi arm the youth of this particular country with the needed intelligence betimi aboa ama ye nya de ebenya but enti aban bia ba because enka ba say free searchers ni run out just like that enka Rollins etimi ye enka Kufuor aye because president na wo ye no unko wura mu nkodo pa na wa bre na wa kase we sika wa bre nya na de be free searchers taxpayers money na wo de ye enti ne ye de ye can say me ye de it's so easy because Kufuor could have done it, Rollins could have done it. Unko wura mu nkodo pa na kase wa bre me bia me na mantumi anonti sika ni so I'm for taxes and so always the money is flowing, but you need to be very wise and very prudent in using those monies. And Kufuor realizing say the prevailing economic circumstances then are conducive, the free SHS, he didn't do it, but he focused on other areas like accessibility, provide infrastructure and so forth. Now, I think that he followed the same line, Mahama the same line. But when Akufo-Addo had that vision and he said, say, some of us thought, say, okay, maybe this is the right time. But the right time, you need to sit down, engage the critical stakeholders in the sector, Sabi, or more by institutions so far as education is concerned. And then they will draft a policy. Even educational, if I watch this think tanker, or more focus on education, their input are quite critical because you're seeing Akufo team. The stakeholders within the sector, because who build the policy? You don't just build a policy from a vacuum. The problem now we identify, and even though constitutional frameworks and say free SHS there, but you need to identify immediate challenges, and those challenges you know framework upon which the policy will be built. And the problems in the inform your friends and the free SHS policy are aware. But Enam say the wusi kana medem yedi and say abokasa ego. Na ye munipa na arrogance abaye the order of the day, these guys decided to roll out the free SH policy without any consultation, without any engagement. Individuals are more ya mo bia mane and a policy ni to ho you addiction na problem about because enam say ya nwene ho amfa blueprint and say ya any policy plan bia to ho we never anticipated the challenges but we are swimming in the pool of challenges. Almost in Samantha Boa. Because it is about the issue of accommodation and baby na It is about issue of feeding, and Captain, if you go to the grounds and issues of feeding in the various secondary school, we show. And then I spoke to a teacher, maybe or say the Omoyan said they are doing better trade. And they were more way suku, a more no their quadia situation or ha. That's what they are doing. And Kranoko, and they are no medical why a diamomo. All because we decided to say young many policy, young planning fund to paper, so implementing gradually. We decided to say because of politics in the young tuntua basa. And never be a problem. I did a problem. And then the quality of education and Kasakrano has become a major problem. No wonder the IMF is alerting us. Output, educational output, I expect to say, you bet me enlighten, you bet me enlighten, cry, Sabi, Umbenyan, Diaco, when no captain. Those things in India and you messy those targets. It is not having any significant impact. Because maybe I think. Now, had advances are go at the global stage. The questions that we should be asking, and as you beside, I want to say, how do we upgrade our educational system? Feed into the global educational way because countries are making advances. Countries are taking advantage of technology and innovation and trying to position their education in such a way, say, a direct impact on the economy. And you know, and so here your friends artificial intelligence hereby is one of the ways education more air but unfortunately, no, we are not served with that particular chance to look at the curriculum then as a phone because textbook right nibi. And those old things I'm draw maybe na ear draw ways maybe draw as a phone. That is still what is going on in our schools. When countries are making advances elsewhere or more try to feed into what is emerging and then that's what here. Textbook was some other issue, and over the years, you can't want some baby say, and the basic thing I'm crying here because I never my teacher for one direction. Yet, and I for the past best 3 to 4 years in here. Yasu ko school numa a teacher for no give you testimony say textbook on bachelor and crowd a major problem for them, and you expect government to make this thing a priority because it's a major thing. Say curriculum no crying ni hona say nkra no nya de bia nsua whatever policy bia de baba bia no I don't know enkonkosi ba bia because you need those things to guide a teacher for metimi a kire ade na nkra no so hu mu focus na ye hu ba bia ye ko but captain those things have been taken away any ho and everything has been reduced to politics. So you have a finance your friend saying Dr. Bawumia who has a terrible track record when it comes to promises and I wonder why or no otiminya courage and no independence or a campaign because so you'll be a fed when anyone can saw them baby as a boniface because of the lies he has told these people. Because of Bawumia a dear Ghana for name various social media platforms, the Twitter messages or the buy, and some is to the contrary. Because the same guy was the same person telling Ghanaians, oh, then we were borrowing recklessly, and the government was then insensitive to the plight of the people of Ghana. And for that matter, no Sikano Kroma no no Bank of Ghana, we don't need to go and borrow. Unfortunately, no, under him, no, Ghana we've been borrowing like we are crazy. We are borrowing in a reckless fashion. Bosiana Yaboni, and then Ghana, your debt to your GDP, and I'm saying over 100%. Your debt portfolio rises to over about 600 billion. And Yadi and Sakakosha China, Numa, Yenim Yabukakusi. Some of these major basic things now you better resolve. Today he's there again promising teachers. Say your first one teacher, one laptop.
One student, one
laptop. At this crucial moment, Ghana is teetering. Yamnam IMF, a cap in hand, begging for redemption. And your debt, the captains, okay, your standard debt portfolio is around somewhere around 30 billion. Nanifano Modi or Yedi or Mokano. Your first debt restructuring the union space. Of the debt, you young so because don't forget a deal because of this creditor committee. That particular first a green light. It can be a super warm the 13. Going forward, now IMF is expecting us. Say a bit to me, I have all that particular discussion and your negotiations. Say a bit to me free your debt we now must pay abum. And what your bilateral, your multilateral way I assigned creditors here do is around 8.1. A honest can I see and because China they say though China is a bilateral creditor, but you see and a Paris Club here 1.9. It is a new way and my that particular free space now. The significant chunk is there and that we need to deal with. So going forward, because we need to meet September 2022. Abra Zambia a baggy deal from IMF no. They were supposed to have negotiation with their partner just like we did, yeah. Subsequent one, they couldn't do it because now you see China play dilly-dally with them. Because quite for some situated that particular thing, they couldn't do it. So after first tranche, they couldn't meet their target. And the Zambia economy now a fledged because Omanya IMF deal. Along the line, a few days after, no more China be the best performing currency in the world. Economy because they couldn't meet the target and drop it down. The same way for Ghana. Say to me, and Transi and line proud to see it. And you are engaged significantly with a man for a deal, going forward, no, Sasikano, who hit, and then about a problem of mine, and that will further endanger the economic prospect of this particular country. But discussion, of course, it's all politics because the Bawumia cheap politics now why over the years now that comic politics now why promising and no, but because maybe a generous so if you look at the economic prospect of this particular country and the fact government here didn't create job opportunities for Bia. Now, the last thing anybody should be thinking about is say laptop. Now, laptop nobody is against it, but the fact that and Ghana has a basic schools, no. Obeko could be crying, you highlight in into the laptop, no man, or the day no charge. Assuming say I'm for textbook, laptop. There are a number of rural electrification projects. Some of the villages don't have your friend say, and do the laptop come out right now, and then on charge. You see, people must be serious. Textbook over the years, people are not even having access. Are not serious. And I'm a politics now. You can kasaya nwena honti. You jina platform so awane ya tuaguo. We don't even take time to analyze because policy about kuma like the free SHS. Ya nwena hon. Ya de to ha wo. Ya kasa ya de bebo ya bana de. Se na meti se na kufu adoba. O kasa se ya de ato ho. Free SHS ni ya ko gidim to so no. So that is the way a free agents near to Atoho and Ghana for how problems are at home. You will not have a space to think. And the policy, problem Brian, because you endanger everything. And yen Sasha China, Lumina Sephora, and I winning Nanometis, and I will China shall say Jaman for Japadia because they defaulted on their debt.
Yesterday, they were money too.
Say you default here, they will take it because after now you default here. Hoping say you default here, and all her circumstances prevail. Likely we may default because my catcher say, "Oh, mono, they have this aggressive foreign policy. If there's an initiative for modern, from non-financial, within their to Sri Lanka or Jaya, and they are negotiating with Zambia to take their Zambia if there's an electricity company because or more defaulted. Yes, as a sideline or more national broadcasting corporation. So it's enlisted on Star Times a pay-per-view. You see, China has a very hostile and a very aggressive foreign policy where so idea way is lacking. Trying to negotiate with them. I want to see my advice to whether it will go through or not. That assurance. This is the time you expect a politician like Bawumia to just go to the thinking room as a politician or promise a man for or year lectures or Central University or year be Shashi University because Nipan winning your body see but not practical wisdom no nibi theoretical way and no really keke but the your friend saying the knowledge the practical wisdom to translate those theories into tangible Ghana for who say only been however Look at the CD dollar. Oh, Captain. Book no crown say obi na atwa na copy go baby. Captain, because I want that practical wisdom now. Oh, master. Na book no be betimi atwa obi. Captain, so what practical wisdom? You have power, you have everything, the resources of the state, yeah, the amount. Everything that you need to make policy work, you have it. Look at the CD dollar. Now, no matter no be making justifications. Oh, because Ghana and your debt in do 600 billion. Now, boom, a CD depreciation in Tinadu. Now, I say CD depreciation. No, me I mean, I so and I capital papa na so. Was it not the same guy who gave us assurance? Say what or the key na come IGP. Ntia ban say na CD no ati free and nam so ama your friend say your debt cost.
IGP call program one to punum.
You see, these are jokers who are endangering the very future of this particular country. And it's a Ghana for taking you more serious. I'm going forward now. I want everybody to be interested in the conversation because say you leave the fortunes of Ghana to these guys. Their interest is just politics. So with those misguided political orientation or more, all is about power, your friends say, seeking their interest. You know, Captain, we will end up realizing, say, the very educational, and I'm saying, the G and Nika Krasa be hoping, say, you bet him there be a page of my nama and cry. That particular future that will be endangered and a bit affected, because what's your mind? Now say, wait me lose everything. Idea is a lose our educational system, especially at this time. So we had advances going on because my culture said we are there is a single competitive global arena. Everybody comes on board. Oba with knowledge to look for a job because in Ghana you can apply for a job to do somewhere in Amazon, anywhere in the world because. So ukra certification, ukra certificate in as a form. So ask yourself, say in the next 10 years to come, no, how are we positioning the people, the youth of this particular country, to be competitive at that particular market? Because education at the moment, obi your friend is artificial intelligence, obi artificial intelligence, no be draw baby. Computer crown your friend is a draw to board so and and you have politicians in expensive coat joking around such critical and sensitive issues, and on daily basis, it is the future of this particular country and the go down where sensitive issue I will expect stakeholders to come say yes policy na ye kono you move away from textbook to laptop. They should come with some kind of a design. How have they implemented those things? Because every day be a year delay be no textbook and new school man could use. So how are we treating these people? And a teacher for no mugu classroom or much how are they going about those things? But at school and if you mix the period, what makes sense? And especially at this time, free SHS buy because of young men who and chronic to school 1 month. No about 3 months. Obi ko no biba just a plan ya school no basa. But this is not the vision the framers of the constitution have said you benya that particular free education. But unfortunately here we are, and people you expect said they will add their voices to the conversation. No matter now politics are free because this is a sensitive issue. A man for more matter in the society. A man for more wealthy power of influence, like our software, like our hemphone and software, who are supposed to add their voices to such a sensitive issue. Now, you can toy around with everything with the economy, but not education. So let us have a proper plan. A planner said, our future, a bit more guarantee the educational success of our youth. All this conversation, you leave everything back to the politician, and they're just toying with the very future of this particular country. Unfortunately for them, these guys are taking this reckless and senseless decision for us. None of them and our mobile eco school Ghana has they are all enjoying life abroad. And even when it comes to medical care, some of them have the resources to move out of this particular country. Now Ghana or Mampanyina Nasa and the deputy minister Timikra or mindfulness or Osiki healthcare wabonting. When he's supposed to provide the basic health infrastructure, basic health care, they are supposed to provide it. But any single, a small ailment, be on best of Fabiano, the Omba Kraya is move to Kwayakwaman when they are supposed to provide those things here. As if say, we are polarizing the entire political landscape with partisan activism and partisan politics. And the way we are supposed to see things clearly and make informed choices, they are then the effect and life, we don't even see. You are politicizing everything to the very education yet is slip away. Because many sure say we need IMF to come and tell us you review the free agents. Captain, you've sat here working several times on this platform. Obia can say free agents policy. Yes, here you support it. A very nice policy because poverty in our various communities is very, very high, and amount for need access to education. But a programmer, you need to roll it out, your friends say, in a very comprehensive fashion, and to me endanger the economic prospect of this country. But you hear those things because my culture says, so person who implement free SHS, you need to adopt a gradual approach by just evaluating the economic status of people in the country. What's an answer? Me Captain Smart, any ya, ebi me near Juma, meti so we have a credit assessment and was 0. Ya Juma, ebi or a nurse near no teacher ni salary, a move to kakra. Captain, you're fabulously richer, or in a bio near FM. These 3 people, you cannot tell me say our children should go to free SHS at the early stage. And so we had that economic assessment, and say Ivan Enin Hoshe or near Juma, the credit does 0, so on a ban of free access to free education, government will pay everything. Ya and Nessini or just salary, Sabi, Niamako Yaman Kakradia, and the government will absorb 50%. ya will pay 50%. Captain there, or you're very rich.
100%.
100% Captain, at the end of the day, you create space for the government. And again, there are corporate institutions in this particular country. And I'm saying, they are using their money, sponsoring a lot of, I don't want to say, support and my TV, they push their money because the nation has no priority. These big companies, government can give them certain tax incentives. MTN, look at us all here as a corporate social responsibility. They can adopt over 2,000 students and look after them. So we do all these things to alleviate the burden. Then government will say okay, maybe I started free, and then we've been able to wheel the free SHS to a certain pedestal, and a bank can take off because economically we are self-sufficient, and everybody free, say it will not affect quality. But we are at a point where we cannot even have access to basic infrastructure. And maybe on better to the sense, maybe I say when they say we play politics around such a sensitive issue, you go to the schools, maybe I'm crying or more health is at stake. And you see, because of we are not a community struggling for survival. So I'm crying. So free honor more bad political criminals to come and take over this country because criminals are in charge. And they are nursing another club to come and inherit this particular country. Because if this is the exposure we are giving to kids in school,
criminals are nursing criminals.
So under the governance of a criminal enterprise, Obama, you just have to play. You have to be wise. And then you make money, you go away. Especially when you have gullible minds as masses. I don't say, Obi complain each other, because when you have bargaining powers, and when you and you allow emotions, ethnocentrism, tribal way to take fed on you by the constitution, now what the cheap politics are. That is what you get. Because the politician sitting out there is a very intelligent person who will look at you and definitely they will take you for granted. And that is the space we find ourselves in now. As people, I think we need to make demands from people because you bet me a toy with every. Me as a person has told us a lot of lies. Concerns have been expressed, and I'm here. For that, I can say, make sense of a casa on the back and go free SHS when he can pay for our about 10 people. Sure. So, what is stopping Akufo-Addo from accepting this particular challenge and says, okay, free SHS, But now, say arrogance and that filthy pride. You make an attempt to review we are barging into a request being made by. What's it?
And your pride, KK.
Oh, no, filthy one.
Pride, okay.
Filthy arrogance and filthy pride into the ego. Oh, opposition ne kind here ya mbaka say ya review omo ye be say enti ya koto amanam kura ya kwakoto because what you have more the opportunity to mention about 3 ways I bet me intervening in this particular. I think it's so easy to do, but what is stopping government from doing it? Because they know say yeah everything is politics. But ya nkura no dachi and so Captain Babi, we need to arm the conversation because IMF in Sishaya buyer. A man for a can once me. IMF do na yakwa jedo. Ebe my Ghana another opportunity to borrow ourselves into a deeper depth. He said, IMF do no more to make Ghana credit worthy. And if you are credit worthy, what it means is our 600 billion debt portfolio. What it means is we are further. Told you, sir, it is only a fool who think that they can borrow their way out of a debt. So, now I just said the only way to save you from that particular cancer was Bosnia, which means a winning answer. And that's exactly what we are doing. Because Ghana buy credit worthy because any IMF deal now Bosnia. Bosnia can't walk home. And the whole idea is that we are trying to reduce the debt burden. And the Koboguma and the day basi. Say World Bank Kasa negotiating for extra events $900 million to finance our budget. debt so, and there are several other discussions going on. So government is not making any efforts on their own. No, the economic climate in Ghana is not conducive for even business, to the extent that people are folding up because of certain decisions this guy took. Over the years, individuals are now or former access to credit or economic growth taking place, because of say revoke crashing those banks in away, access of these people to credit, has been cut, and how you expect the economy to grow at that micro level, you will not witness it because of what? Because government are revoking those things, are taking those part away. So the economy is not growing. The economy has become stagnant, and government the papa bia be jina so aka say I buy the initiative back one na me no buy. And the 2 year ni nhwe tunnel no, there is light and there is hope for this particular country. Captain, but apart from the IMF deal in sight, IMF deal, we know that this year everything go through according to Reuters. The ebenya 1.2 billion. Because 600 now, then you pass it semi-annual review in November, December, we get another 600 billion, which is 1.2 billion. But bisa on Maya within 4 years. Yet me ako Eurobond akwaji over $11 billion aba economy wem. Ye bisa say dey na I mean yes so we nya biabo. Ube china we nya bi modin. Sa on Maya no. On Maya during COVID-19 time. Yet me kwaji sika bumba krom ha sika amanfo de cheche yen ewie na yedi na buwie minister ono ankasa timima directive kwaji opon kroma and his ministry. So what as ma kan he was just dashing the money to amanfo to say be wakodwama obi cheche biscuit ama amanfo. He was just on the suburb sika num eba say you be take punitive sanctions against those individuals no. Now the attorney general who is armed with prosecutorial powers to ensure that they will go against individuals. He was then fighting the Auditor General saw the report at the website. Don't go in video. What say we about that particular issue? No, so. Kwabrani timi kwa adakuro. Eko high dying adakuro minimum dying wa adakuro bedu $50 million Ghana cedis. Eko high here. At the 20 million renovate here. Such crimes in still nobody has investigated. And no minor crashing. So as a minor, a debate in a president Akufo-Addo as a president, when you exposure, you say or a lawyer or co school or he has been around for quite a long time. Akufo-Addo president, he has been around for so long. Ghana, me say, baby, trouble day, and I'll find the wise man. Ghana is in trouble. Your president. Solution ben or professor apart from say ye corner ye ko beg amam for to intercede and intervene on our behalf no a day on our own intervention because you can say Ghana na your maya when it comes to natural resources captain our here programs here start here culture say natural resources are dynamic. Now we need because that is what you need to turn those things into something. But Mate,
national project. Yeah, Tontina.
Tontina niyo den innocent ne ho den dia wanya ahode a wokase nya bibia o ni immune system ho den ti yare bia ntimi ntosha no so na bia ne ho den nti tontina ya numbi na boost immune system fama me mesra wo ko pharmacy ya bisa ne sem o petontina okaso alternative ka chen se de bida me petontina wati ase ni ti fita na ebu aso no bumienu anopa no wanom 30 minutes na wo de didi enwumre enye last na obenom yare bia wanum adura wontimi survive no eno na tontina na ni je ho ti mo amo HIV mo amo kidney issues liver and afa cancer hepatitis any yare bia ye krankro no maduro enie eye for general well-being Surgical Pharmacy e wo cash drug lane mesra ho na apene dodo a ubenya bi nchemu amede ama wo pede bro saa your number is 0246 073498 and 0501 628931 Mr. Bomadin so be no num bia ma me na fo ho ayeden ya fe ye breakfast and ye die 27th instant chocolate mix me catch us say ade ba ko na dance on e wo sa chocolate mix hu ye dwen wo ho ti so onua TV nti sugar no ya ma na ye normal say be ya wonnum enkonya ye sichire ya de bia ya num de sei wonnum na de nsu ankura gu ma ate say still ade no ye de we say wonnum abon say che na anwuno kakra e kire wo say ye Ghana ko ankasa na yede aye yamamo kakom ene ate sugar no so se be ya wo benum no wanya pomoden nsuo nyino de ya e dissolve kama nsuo hye de na ese wudago pebrodo boso na ne ope magiri bia na ese wona wo kɔ no aduane no wa ben na afi nkoda na nyantem akɔ school 0244 972220 and 0543 376069.
Yeah, we are sad on America or Bibia washe nano pay. So, yeah, Bema or your bar, Nasa who say be and Sophie a free Sebi or Bemum and Asa Bem a bar. And Yanika and no quite a sa seven so soon, Ubehu. Or baby hold my bosom mesuna so kona fitch there. Na yasi be chano sa kwesibra or di bewie. Eno so into me and maye. Me so was saw how ni be nano pe me can for the amount say. Ma on sa and can't adveni care. A bit to me a na yi saw how ni na de frimu. Na so boon se wie e wo kroje kwan su wie unhu su fin and to sebi and can be a free ubemu. Me man no so say enye bi a kwa kodwonso anasa wo ho ba. Na be hu nsu a kabia no enye nsu papa pa cho ma onsa enka senre so hu sa ha no ewu mu a drugstore bi e ben wo bia so mo nkrata e papa nko ade a tina telephone no bi ho kwaji bi oba e to be ma na be ma so e to e de ama oba
that's it fiane ya you know bibi obium
oh as a Ghana sem no kasa wo kan wo wie da
kaka on
so captain me issue I'm very passionate about is education. Because while we need say education and so papa and I signed the politics and that is the danger we face. So like I was saying, say Vice President Dr. Bawumia should know say any political stages no or campaign. And your friend say onjina rally ase and I honor to me can say munufa hudi. Being in government is a serious business. And it takes somebody or what your friends say binim deal with me at space. Adwin somehow and some other because baby agents is here. Everybody be our ties to Ghana's educational system, especially teachers, stakeholders, everybody is worried. They are not worried maybe because of their personal interest, but because of whom is the economy endanger the prospect of education so far as Nkrano future is concerned. And we need to do something quite drastic to redeem the situation. But this is a guy on who frees original political arena so and the comic relief now he has been embarking on over the years. Or Kasana the city from no. That is the same thing that he's doing. Pouring around serious and crucial national interest. So Baby Ghana Genesis here and say there such issues bedi agro because our core grounds now who state and maybe he should pay a visit to some of the secondary schools omo DM kwan am fa so omoda and your friend said teaching conditions are our then as if one maybe he will have a certain appreciation. And this particular comic way now, and then one teacher, one laptop, one student, one way, no, that is not the solution we need at this point in time. The fact is that basic amenities here at the schools, you know, they don't even have it. Now, what is school now? You're talking about computer. You cannot even provide for those things. And today, IMF is on your neck, asking you, say, it's a flashy program that you need to review. And free SHS review it's not only the free SHS, several other flashy programs are buying. We are supposed to buy the womb and there's a cathedral because another woman is now is buried. So the question will be your team, you're very concerned about Ghana, or you're very passionate and very patriotic about this particular country. And they say, Sikana idea question no Ghana better than Nsaka and Nipo Moye Sadi, how do you hold them accountable? Sesi amanoka say project na Ghana for any that's say agenda 111 hospitals no akwakosi he na no mete say obesi afa no mo na ahemfo no kasa age asase but ya drawing atu aja ya kanti ya dan na ekosi asinso so na ekosi bia so. You see these are people ya de omudi anim so omubu oman la general hospital ya kobu dan na gu abesi ne okoha dan park. And then no bit labad in no here healthcare. They have to move all the way to Kolebu when hospital or as a one second ye through and the which government and they this destructive and or son on them gidi on they because you can't rule people and be this destructive in nature. The fortunes of mine and wow everything because my minimum there external forces and other way element I'm seeking certain interest, no more try, Sabaya, sign. But where the very people we have entrusted political power and leadership into their hands, or more inactions and actions, and they're trying minor sign on daily basis, or we be taking decision out in China, we must a penny Casa and Nasakra, over a penny, and your penny penny minister, or the VAT money percent Tianaka. So, politics, we the ordinary people go straight, and I pam go to an boy for the comedians and we in a stage, or we comedy train. Yes, that is what we are paying for, Captain. Because some of the sentences and some of the what's our women show? Penini Casa, sometimes you want to go closer to the TV and look at who is talking. Over corner Penini. But now we must show that.
We are Pro Max.
Captain, no, you see, and so what's who said Ghana da chesha sa nipa wensa. And I don't summon a poko jina kumu kokaye. And I'm a catcher say,
what do I go to?
Captain, my man can't about control. You know, a buyer. Now, I'm for the excavator gum no. President Sembeno Kai. Also, Uko 2 room na chigalam say, Uchi excavator trejatum. Nasa been way the boomine. I'm asking you a simple question. Etira the solution to Galamsey problem say Oche excavator Kejatum National. Excavator is one of the most expensive thing you hear be to yet be try a crime so then as a forum. So what stop government from seizing those things and even putting them up for option? But as he in treasure to mission and we saw on video maybe on my phone so we are me yachro I treasure to excavator brand new because excavator na go to Galamsey. How can this again lead of mine and you will not go back to IMF? How can this agony lead of mine and you know your economy no and crash it? Because they are your priority, no, and you're the priority. They are here the major concern as you pay attention to, no, they don't pay attention to. It is about power. That is our mentality. But as a black man, no, our appreciation and concept about power, no, is the ability to dominate the other. So, Captain, V8, dominating everybody. But how to provide certain economic incentive will be able to leverage to maximize individual potential because don't forget school or everybody our innate potential with them all they need is a capacity and as a certain economic incentive able to maximize those potentials but these people keep taking those things away because to them politics na it's a deliberate political tool poverty a deliberate political tool to enslave people because me make you mama we poor edu election na me the monka popra to aba mama edu election na me ma 1 Ghana 10 Ghana cedis abato aba because we knew ho hwe so I will not empower you economically. That is the nature of our politics. That is the philosophy underpinning African politics. Bonena jumoni we team. That is our nature. Inti yana ma culture say abrofo ba ha no moton am yesi slave trade no. Umu se broni bi kobo wuro obi dem se okofa na koton no. Ya wa unu be da se koja me se bi toilet. Onko na abrofo no akoton do akoja hwehwe. Aton ni nua de na genchene. That is our mentality. Boni we nipa team. Na dia na ya ton nipa deje. Ya ton nipa deje ahwehwe. Ya ton nipa deje ya fa nchene ne na sefo no. That is our nature. So that is why I agree with Canada Japan say we were born bad. Boni we nipa team. And that I reflecting the nature of leadership. Boni we team. Na ba akofo etimi begina ho preaching the word on wenya in a poor country. My country say in a poor or in a failed state like ours there are no heroes. You can be whoever. There are no heroes.
No, listen. Fourth Republic, Igbo dear. You and I agree that Bawumia is the best vice president. I
said, okay, I'll be to TV news or bow some more TV. Captain, you see, we've got into a timer. Ghana for are reeling with extreme reversity repulsion beer. Obi to TV home. My cousin said, I know a medical doctor. He campaigned and rooted for Akufo-Addo and also the TV na Akufo-Addo but that's on TV no from Obi send me message say na ya me mama mo Bawumia credit no tidin na o teacher ni o child of secondary school o ti Bawumia credit na say na ho high no because he teacher now or your parent or to school ho he understand the problem and can go through the circumstance the academic environment or come pain now heard the prevailing circumstances no now on the immediate needs of the school now we gina ho preaching laptop at this time. You are a joke. You're serious. What is it? Sensitive issue. No teacher ni na say on your minister, no on your vice president. The crowd say there are way around it. A bit me I resolve no. Or no, the solution cry so is the vice president is sitting somewhere in Accra, and all that he's preaching is laptop to Obi because. Your tons are near man. I want to be a man for you. Or more cutting as for free. We need to be very, very.
No, but don't you think, say, ABR? You see, in the absence of the president, necessary act. ABR unya kunyan be the president. Obi did the year change.
On your serious, Captain. Me say these guys, you know, we see. And this enka yet here come Bawumia looking for president. Ono nyama maya magana no say those Nazi days, you know. Obedience hunu no di bone na safede beba no so a. Ye wo pill be sign na the shanesim na wayi na wa mene no no awu akuni ho. This is what these guys should be doing. Damage or more magana and for no. They should be killing themselves out of shame and then they should go. No, you see, maybe you don't understand the enormity of your friends, the damage these guys have gone to this particular country. Exactly because of the shame, the promises you made, you have no audacity to be going out there, Agric minister. Such a comic character going around this particular country, say, or president, reducing the whole enterprise of good governance, you know, to a joke. Because what you wanna catch your bus Greek minister, president, or Barnabas serious. Or who's on minor class, be comedy bin a you see, the enterprise of good governance, you know, you're reducing it to the rabble, to the sense that anybody at the or politics, you know, to Mnyasika Kakra. Nasty a wood team your president, because when is a president, and you're green ADD. Oh, anybody can talk and be president because say omo who example I koso. Enti omo who say nya adwen the president just influence and you're able to just hoodwink a lot of people into whatever agenda that you have. You promise them, then you go. That is the reason why all these guys have the infantry to be going around because me na me yo mo a nka say me fero kwase me si abonten akogina obi anim. Because abrabo omo aboyi ukogina Keneshi market say ukwakwaya nya ma na betu agu so abo because won nim say be won serious. Because you attach relevance to your politics na no ya cheap you know. So in the name of NDC MPP politics you know obia kan sem bia fa no hudi keke because you hold be accountable and responsible we get away and baby you what power cry power no mu ye do no na ya to agu ebi na ye kumase asem aye kan and go be complaining for development in this particular country and be kumase because open regional omo bargaining powers na bargaining we ya omo the essence they should be able to bargain with government, especially when they have certain top-notch people in government on to impress on a buying. Go to Kumasi today. Now catch them say, Akufo-Addo abaying by anything of value, significant I know Kumasi. Just mention one. Just mention one significant I know Kumasi. Now no matter say we to meet TV so
underground train.
You see. It is Senipana Tinaho, that's a certain reflection of a lot of questions. Obia and time Obia, and Makase, Obia or right to vote for whoever, but that is democracy. But answer I would vote to the move in a trans. Who say politics and ya sorry na miwa Makaje me your friend is saying me heaven a damn we are yes I didn't know politics. Politics is about you against now. How I serve with interest. And I saw now Konuko never call heavy, and that is another thing. But now yet here politics. Politics having be anybody. It is about immediate interest now. And serve with interest. You just vote somewhere. And I say, Nippon say I want to. But Nippon himself one year now the vote no be mawa. Obo says Sebi, minute. And it's a no be treaty. So you'll be talking and talking, and then we say, we to me a press conference, and some of the candidates say, we take out Tibepayo. And these people are people who are leading the country. Or more, as a captain, we need to get serious in this country. Because, so what Ghana says here, every facet of our society is going down. And because of our the very moral foundation of this particular country, are breaking. And there is no regard for human life. Those things are not there. And because of mobile phones, because they have no regard. The very moral foundation of this society, because at the political level, rush hour, everybody is rooting for survival. Come my culture says, if you take out politics from Nema Yatihuya, a complete steal hour, a man will be a rebi. Nobody is thinking about any country. There is no sense of patriotism, nationalism, it is about rooting partisan activism and using that particular thing as a pretext to get opportunity to steal. That's all. Now, can say you point to be DC or that's all them who danger miasa pam white nabusi and phone your mom would say I'm crossing Kojana, sorry, I didn't hear because you be a quina be ye be. That is all that is about. Because your more responsibility as a DC, I don't know how to wear. And so we should go to the Empire asking for divine wisdom to be able to lead. But he knows it's about money, he's coming to steal. And you know, our friend from there going in society, so we've been concentrating in such a way, say, and now you are a DC, and probably I'm a friend what I said, that is the nature of our politics. And we all have a role to play. Last time I called MPB fear no pa captain me say me yam shame nipa egu ho no and they say we MP o krom ha every week bia want to funda ka akranya be 7 the obeto wona ma yi ase your friend say we tia school fees MP me yere wagging your friend say me mistake na menye me yere enti your friend say me hiesika. These are trivial.
Well, second wife, exactly. So you see the nature of the politics that we do, and our politicians are interested in these things because money look big. Now, but that's why they will not empower any of them to become economically self-sufficient. And to always no banner. Over can hire 10 million amount 100 Ghana. Now I saw that. So who crime basano and the man in you know a conform and then he reigns supreme. That is the kind of politics. Psychological, you know, it's a psychological warfare.
Psychological warfare.
Pacho, me pack him in. Me pack him in. On your marks, get set. Yeah, you're going to die, Wabba. Yeah, you